Well, the Big 12 is considered an elite league. It's taken some bumps and bruises along the way as a Power 5 entity. Number one, the NFL draft choices haven't been as numerous, maybe. There's been a couple of the first four college football playoffs that have left them outside looking in. But I think as the pendulum starts to swing back towards defense, that I think the Big 12 is going to be recognized as a top conference, and Oklahoma leading the way and off to the fast start is impetus to that. TCU's game against Ohio State this week, I think, is critical also as we continue to watch the evolution of the Big 12. West Virginia got out of the blocks fast. We'll see if they get to play against North Carolina State. Well, let me say it this way. Tom Herman and Clay Helton both have unbelievably marquee programs. They are the elite of college football. Over the history of the game, they've always been counted amongst the blue bloods. And for them to be struggling, coming out of the blocks, having both taken one on the chin early, this sets up as a huge contest to get not only their teams to believe that big things can be accomplished this year, but maybe more importantly, the constituencies that support these particular programs to believe it. We had a classic a year ago, double overtime in the Coliseum. I'm expecting another classic in Austin. I think it could not have been better for Jimbo Fisher and the Texas A&M program. Now, Aggie fans will look at me like I'm cross-eyed because they didn't win. But winning would have created these ridiculous expectations that they were ready for the next step now, that they were championship caliber. And I think it's going to take at least a couple of recruiting classes before they get there. But what they did show is resolve. They did show that they've gotten more physical defensively. Mike Elko to be credited there. They were in the game. Kellen Mond shows that he has a chance to be a special player at quarterback with his athleticism combined with what was a brilliant job of extending plays and making throws down the field. I think it was a wonderful, wonderful deal, and not to mention about 250 to 300 recruits all around the country, and they're watching it happen in front of a raucous Aggie crowd. It could not have gone better, and I think we're going to see the benefits of it in the coming years in College Station. Well, I bet Seth Luttrell is disappointed that Colorado State got him. He would have liked to have been a little bit more confident going into the game, and that won't be the case. But Chad Morris knows all about North Texas. Seth Luttrell and he have done battle. And Mason Fine, that young quarterback there for the Mean Green, I think is outstanding. One of the top players in all the group of five. So I expect this to be a shootout. I expect it to go down to the wire, and I won't be surprised at all if Seth Luttrell and company get it done. I don't know that it's necessarily because of the newness. I think it's evidence of recruiting. And at the end of the day, you're only as good as the guys that you get to coach. And I watched that TCU game the other night for the Iron Skillet, and it was clear that TCU had a lot of advantages from personnel side of things. And so Sonny's just going to have to get out there and get into the homes and the high schools around the state of Texas and get people to start believing in Mustang football. And when he gets that done, there's no question in my mind, having watched him now at Cal and Louisiana Tech, that he can get it done and get it done in fine fashion. So I think, again, just the patience is what's necessary in Highland Park.